Hi everyone, my name's Dennis and I'm going to give you some guidance on how to find your way around a fairly typical NPQ online course. I've chosen a course from the NPQ SL program called Succeeding in Senior Leadership. The first thing to say is that participating in an online course is essentially about collaborative learning. Participants are expected to take responsibility for their own learning and in some measure for the learning of other members of the group. Just as staff at school learn together, so do the participants in an online course. This is achieved by going into the course every day over the 2-week period to see what other people are saying, keeping up with the momentum of the group as the thinking of the group develops, and commenting on other people's posts, offering them both support and challenge. Now, a 2-week period of engagement in a course is over very quickly, so it's really important not to fall behind. But don't worry, the course has been designed to be completed within the time allocated. There's less content than in previous courses, so there's more time to reflect and discuss with others. And nobody expects you to write essays. You can't have a learning conversation if everyone is writing at great length. So keep your contributions down to around 100, 150 words in most cases. So here are some simple guidelines for completion. You must contribute by the end of Wednesday in the first week. You then need to complete all of the activities in part 1 by the end of the first week, i.e. before the Monday of week 2. And then, of course, you need to complete all of the course activities in parts 1 and 2 by the end of week 2. That's before the Monday immediately after week 2. Okay, well, let's log in and find the course and have a think about what it offers us. So let's log in. Today, since I live in Cornwall, I'm logging in as Humphrey Davy, and my course is the NPQ SL course called Succeeding in Senior Leadership. So my username is there, my password is in, so we're going to log in. And then we arrive at the landing page of the course. And I think as soon as you get here, it's worth checking out the navigation bar that you'll find at the top of every single course page. It's a navigation bar for the entire site. You could access your course here, but I would recommend that you don't do that. That'll take you to a page of the course that we don't use very much. You can do, but it's going to take you longer. I would log in here, and we'll come back to that in just a moment. The modules that you'll have access to from the National College are here, mostly through module access. The licensee area here will take you to information from the licensees that it is very important that you follow up. Just click the link of your program and you'll get taken directly there. The latest news from your licensee about face-to-face and other issues. And of course, a very important help tab right here if you need any technical help or any other kind of help. And over here, we have a user menu, very useful if, for example, you want to edit your profile, change your password, try out a blog, something like that. All of this information is available to you over here. But what we're going to do is get you logged in to the NPQ SL course. So we're on courses. We're going to select NPQ SL and scroll right down. And the course we're going into is this one, SSL 01. And this takes us always the link to the welcome page of the course. Now each course has 4 parts: welcome, part 1, part 2 and completion. And you know where you are because the link that shows where you are is usually very pastel or white, and the other links that you haven't gone to yet are in this dark blue. So if I go to part 1, you see it changes color. We're now in part 1 and we're now white. So we go back to the welcome, we click right here. Okay. So let's have a look at what's on this welcome page. I recommend, incidentally, that you create a bookmark for this page or a favorite so that you can come directly to it. And if you keep that bookmark on your computer, it'll take you straight through the login procedure. You'll have to log in, and then it'll go directly to the course. So it's quite a good thing to do. Okay, underneath the picture then is the course navigation bar, so that's different from the site navigation bar at the top. If we scroll down a little bit, we see some of the features of the welcome page of a course. In fact, at the top of every page is a resources tab. Now if we click that link, resources, it shows us the resources that are available to us here, some step notes that go with step note 1, some step notes for step note 3, and so on, and a video clip. And to close the resources box, we simply toggle it open and close like that. We click it to open and click it to close. That's how it works. Then at the top of each step, each activity is called a step, and at the top of each step is a title in blue, and it's the title that if you click it, it opens up all of the detail that you need to undertake that particular step. Then when you've finished, you can either click close over here, or again you can use the title to open and close the information in that drop down panel. So that's the same process in every course. Each one of these has a drop down panel that opens and closes by clicking the title of the step. So that's an extremely important feature, if you like, of the way that the navigation works. Now there'll be other blueprinting, for example here, where you can download a document or go to perhaps another website. So in this case, we're going to click the document called About the Course. And when you do, you get a choice. You can either save it or open it. So I'm going to open this document. And here we are. It's the step 1 notes, which is always about the course. There's the basic course structure, the completion criteria. And if we go to the second page, we see the program for the week. In fact, the program for the 2 weeks, all on the one sheet of paper, an extremely useful document. Remember, that's on page 2 of step 1 notes. And you really ought to look through this because, for example, you may find that halfway through the week, as we've got here, there's a suggestion that you talk to another school leader about some of the course content, in this case about building trust. So you may well need to schedule that particular appointment with a senior leader in advance. So I recommend that you look through this document to see what the week holds for you. Okay, so now I'm going to close that document simply by Xing it out at the top of the screen. And we're still on the welcome page. Just one other principle you need to know. On the right hand side, occasionally there will be these little blue blocks. Now these are links that take you somewhere else. So in this case, this link will take us to a group discussion. It takes us to this group discussion, in fact. And if I click go to group, I'll end up in the group discussion. And if to get back, there's always the same course navigation bar present just here. So we go back to the welcome page. We'll be having a look at a group discussion in just a moment. So that's pretty well the contents of the welcome page. Now if we go to part 1, this is the first week of the course. We've got a range of different activities. Each one's called a step, remember. And this part of the course, week 1, has got steps 4 through to step 10 at the bottom. The first step is a tutor dialogue. Now tutor dialogues, when you click over here, it takes you not directly to the tutor dialogue, but it takes you here. I'll show you. We're going to click it. Can you see? Here's everybody's individual tutor dialogue. This is where you have a discussion individually with your tutor. You can visit one another's. It's not totally private, although it can be private if you request it. But it's an individual dialogue. Now, my name is Humphrey, remember. I'm Humphrey Davey. So there's my name. So I see my name and I click it right there. And that takes me directly to my tutor dialogue. And you'll see that when I get there, I've in fact got 2 discussions, step 4 and step 11, to discuss with my tutor. We're going to start with step 4. And if I scroll down a little bit, there's my tutor, Maggie. And she's already welcomed me in and suggested that I get on with the job and that I consider what my strength is and what my gap is. So this is how we reply to any forum, a discussion forum, a peer forum, or a tutor dialogue. They're all the same. Here we click reply. Little dialog box opens up right here. So what's my strength? Okay, so my strength is shedding light on things. I am, after all, Humphrey Davy. Okay, so I've made my post. Your post will be, one hopes, a little bit longer than that. I can, if I want to, add a document. I can attach a document to my post by clicking either here on this little folder, or right here. I can drag and drop, but we'll be looking at this later, this technique. So having made my post, I look at it. Am I satisfied with it? Yes, it could be a little longer. And then I click post to forum. And having done that, I've got about 30 minutes before that becomes permanent and I can't remove it. So you've got a little while to edit it or whatever you need to do with it. Okay, so we've made a post then to our first discussion activity. Well, it'll be the second because you'll already have done step 3. Okay, let's go back to part 1. To get back, remember, to the part 1 page, we just use the menu at the top of the page, the navigation bar. The group forum is exactly the same principle. This one has the intriguing name of surfing, sinking and swimming. With the group forum, it goes directly because there's only one place to go. And if I click go to group, it's the same principle. When I get there, I'm not going to do it this time, but it's the same thing. I click reply down here. I click reply. In fact, I look, somebody's been in already. Charles Babbage has been in and told us about his operational calculus. Well, he would. And then you have an opportunity to reply, not up here, but underneath where he's written his post. Incidentally, wherever you put your reply, it'll go to the very end of all of the posts. So that's how it works. Okay, so we decided we're not going to post there, so we're going to go back to part 1. Scroll down a little further, and this is the peer forum. This is where the whole course group is split up into maybe 3 or 4 groups of perhaps 6 to 8 people. And in order to find out which peer group you're in, you click go to peers. And when you do, you find here you are, here are the various names. We look for Humphrey. There he is, he's in group B. So if I'm Humphrey, I click group B here and it'll take me to peer group B. So I go there, I scroll down, and I've already been in. So it may well be, I may even made a spelling mistake. It may well be that I've made my contribution, other people will follow. I'm just checking whether anybody else has been in, and they haven't yet. No doubt they'll be in later today. Okay, so now again, we're not going to post there, so we're going to go back. We're going to click part 1 and go back to the part that we've just come from. Okay. Some of the activities do not require a post at all. For example, this activity here, we referred to it earlier, it's about building trust. We recommend that in order to take up that activity, to undertake it, you'll be looking at what it asks you to do on the step notes. So you click that to open it, and if you click it, you'll see that it asks you to reflect and then to talk to a leader at your school down here about what they think about the importance of building trust is. Okay. There are 2 other things that you need to know, apart from the template, which is just completing a template, the extra and the competencies. Now, the extra is the additional content that's open to you to use, which could help you personalize your learning and customize your learning. If you click on the link, you'll see there's quite a lot of material here that might interest you. The surfing, sinking and swimming, the full article is here, for example. Material on developing teachers from the Sutton Trust. All of this directly relevant to this particular unit. We recommend that you pick and choose what you're interested in. Remember to close the box, either hit close here or the extra here. Then we go to the competencies at the end of each week, of each unit. We ask you to focus on just one of the positive indicators for one of the main competencies. Now, in this case, the competency is self-awareness and self-management, and we're asking you to focus on the positive indicator. Do you actively seek feedback to become more self-aware? and we recommend that you write your reflection notes. You can record them where you like, either in a Word document, a handwritten account, or you can use the blog that we saw earlier. If you click that blog link there, it takes you to the blog. I won't go there right now, but it's self-explanatory when you get there, how to open a blog and how to record information in your blog. So that takes us to the end of part 1. I won't take you through part 2, but what we will do is go back up to the top of the page and make our way to the completion page of this course. Okay. When we get to the completion page, one important feature is the completion chart. So if I click this completion chart, I can open and close it. I'll see, where am I? Humphrey. Oh, I'm doing quite well. I've actually completed right up to step 12, which is pretty good. So most of the group is working together, as you can see. Some people have even gone a little further ahead. We recommend that you stay more or less in lockstep and work together. That's the way you're going to learn from one another as you go along. All of the group is shown here. You don't update this chart. This is done by your tutor. This is not done automatically, by the way. Your tutor updates the completion chart generally every day, sometimes every 2 days. If you don't see your letter Y appearing after a day or two, then drop an email to your tutor. They may simply have overlooked it. But this is kept manually by your tutor. But tutors are very assiduous about keeping this up to date. And it is a good way to see where you are in relation to the rest of the group. So that's the completion chart. You've also got a group forum with a review sheet that we asked you to complete. Now, to download the review sheet, you do exactly as previously. You open it and then save it to your computer. But let's assume you've already done that. You've thought about your learning from the course. You've decided what it is you want to write on the review sheet, and there are plenty of instructions for you when you get to the sheet. So let's go directly to the group discussion. Let's assume that you're going to come down here, you're going to reply to this discussion, and you're going to say, I have learnt a lot. You'll say a bit more eloquently than that what you learned, maybe a sentence or two. And then you're going to attach your review sheet to this post, because other people will want to read it, as will your tutor. So in order to attach it, can you see this small folder here with the little plus in the corner? Well, you're going to have to click that. So let's click it. And now we're going to upload a file. So you click upload a file, and then this browse will appear. If the browse isn't here, by clicking upload a file, it'll make it appear. Okay, it's here. So we click browse, and I go to my computer, and I've got my sheet ready. And the way you name this sheet, the file title that you give it is going to be the name of the course, SSL review sheet, and then your name. Well, my name in this case is Humphrey Davies, so I've already named my sheet. So I click that, and then I click open. And now I give it a name. So review sheet, type in who I am, and that'll make it pretty clear that it's a review sheet and it's mine. And then I click upload this file. It takes a little while for the system to grab hold of that document and then bring it over to this discussion forum. So there it is. It's dropped it as an attachment in here. And if I'm happy with my very eloquent statement of my learning, a bit short, and my review sheet is attached, so now I click post to forum to finish the process. So there we are. That's done. And the review sheet is now attached to the forum, to the review forum. So to go back to the completion page, to the title to the top, I click completion. And I've just got one more task to do, and that's the evaluation form, which should be available to you from the Thursday of the second week. And we ask you, it'll only take you a few minutes. It is a requirement that you complete it in order to complete the course. So please complete the form and give us the feedback that helps us to maintain the quality of these courses, because above all, we listen to your perspective and your voice about what works and what doesn't work in a course. And that's hopefully how we improve them. Okay, let's go one or two more considerations. We go and think about sometimes things will go wrong. Not very often, but occasionally you'll have a technical problem, for example. Well, you could try the Help tab on the navigation bar at the top of your screen. That's got lots of how-to sheets and videos to help you frequently asked questions. But you should also feel free to contact a member of the NPQ Line online team. For example, Sandra. Sandra is very assiduous at getting back to people and helping them with technical problems. So I hope that you'll find that a useful facility. And above all, enjoy your learning. Enjoy the opportunities that you have to research, to reflect, and to discuss together. I wish you every enjoyment of this program, every success, and good luck when eventually you arrive at your final assessment, hopefully well prepared by your online courses and, of course, by your face-to-face work. Thank you very much, everybody.